Hello there, and welcome to Success Diaries. You are here because you believe success is not an impossibility. It is a journey shaped by challenges, growth, and relentless determination. We believe every young person has the potential to achieve success, and our aim with this show is to arm you with the insights, strategies, and inspiration needed to create your own success story. This is your roadmap to success. Let's navigate it together. Our guest for this episode is Mr. Abdulkadir Hamza. Mr. Abdulkadir Hamza is the visionary founder of Aham Consult and a certified business development expert with a robust educational background in business administration from the University of Hertfordshire, UK, and a master's degree in international affairs and strategic studies from the Nigerian Defense Academy. Mr. Abdulkadir has successfully mentored and guided over 300 SMEs and startups toward growth and sustainability. He is a proud member of the Institute of Professional Managers and Administrators of Nigeria and the Nigerian Institute of Management, both with merit distinctions. Through Aham Consult, Abdulkadir specializes in business support management, human resource development, offering a wide range of tailored services, including training, moderation, one-on-one executive coaching, and more. His expertise and commitment have positioned Aham Consult as a trusted partner for businesses striving to achieve excellence and growth. Mr. Abdulkadir, welcome to Success Diaries.
Thank you, Mr. Usman. I'm really glad for having me here. Thank you.
What inspired you to start Aham Consult? At what point did you realize you wanted to guide and mentor SMEs and startups?
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Usman, for the opportunity. Aham Consult, the whole concept of Aham Consult started during my banking days, whereby I was opportuned to work in different departments, and I got vast experiences from each of those departments I worked. One of it is the operations, where I got to learn about tailoring, how to manage customer cash in and cash out. And second of it is the customer service, where I was able to meet different kind of customers with different kind of problems, and I was able to profile solution, as a banker. And then the last of it is the marketing. I was opportuned to be the SME manager, where I was able to manage over 3,000 businesses, and it gave me an insight that if I have this opportunity, and most of the people coming to the bank, most of the SME accounts that come to the bank for credit loans, I come to realize that they usually don't even need the loan. They only have a problem and they feel money could solve it. And on the process of taking note of their issues and then relating it to the bank, I realized that money is not the problem. All they need was somebody to guide them on how to go about that particular problem. And I realized that with the little experience I had during my banking days, I was able to profile solution whereby a customer would come and say, I have been making money, but at the end of the month, I come to realize that the money is no more. So please, I want you guys to help me to help me facilitate my funding and take my business to the next level. And I realized that if you have such kind of problem, there must be a leakage somewhere, meaning that staff of that business are either getting away with some criminal acts and the business owner doesn't know. And I then profile a quick solution that, okay, if you have this kind of problem, I don't think money should be the solution. Instead, have a structure. Create something that is workable for your business so that you can take the business to the next level. And gladly enough, when the businesses go through such kind of advices I give, they tend to realize that they don't really need the facility. And all of a sudden, they come back to me, giving me a big thank you for giving them a solution to their problems. And during that medium, I realized I was a problem solver. And I felt, why don't I make it a job? Why don't I make money out of it? Why don't I help businesses? Because I have already gotten the concept, I have gotten the avenue to talk to businesses and I have met a lot of businesses. So now why don't I see a way of coming out wild where I can meet different business owners and talk to them about business? So that was what gave birth to Aham Consult, and I was able to put it down as a company, making it more official, making it an entity separate from myself as Abdulkadir Hamza. Aham Consult should be an entity. And during that process, I was able to do my registrations, open a bank account, and here we are today.
Building Aham Consult must have come with challenges. What were some of the biggest hurdles you faced early on?
I think one of the key challenges I faced during the process of setting up Aham Consult boils down to making people trust me as a consultant. How do I convince businesses? How do I make them know that, yes, I'm a solution provider? How do I make them understand that I'm here to make an impact in their businesses? And the first thing that really worked out for me was I was able to understand the power of referrals, whereby I put myself in your business. If you come to me with a problem, I don't just proffer solution. I go into the business. I become part of the success story of that particular business, whereby I give you my all. When I'm rendering a solution, I go from A to Z. I don't just stop halfway because I want to get money from you. What should be the value you've gotten from me as a consultant? So those were my key aspects, and those were the hurdles I passed through in terms of creating that liberty between me and the business owners so that they can trust me enough to refer me to other people. And Alhamdulillah, I was opportuned to have done that in a very good way, whereby I have managed a lot of businesses and I have gotten a lot of referrals through that medium.
And it really has worked because you've managed to mentor 3,000 businesses. Which of these businesses do you recall as your most success story? The one that makes you think this is what I do this for?
I think so far so good. During my banking days, though, that was the first step to my consulting, and I was able to manage over 3,000 accounts amicably. And after I left banking, I made it a profession for myself to become a business consultant, whereby I'm a certified BDSP, Business Development Service Provider. And during that process, I ensure that every business that comes my way, I give them the best of service. I try as much as I can that the moment you come my way for consulting, I go out of my way to ensure that your business gets all the necessary tools it demands, or all the necessary tools it requires in order to take the business to the next level. So I think almost all the businesses I have come across, like I have a plan, a subscription plan, whereby you subscribe, and most of the businesses I have managed, trust me, I can tell you for free that after it has expired, they have a way of always coming back. So that relationship has been built, and those businesses always want me close by so that whenever they have any little headache, Abdul, how do we do this? How do you go about this? And here we are today.
So having managed all these businesses, what's the most common challenge you see small businesses face? Do they have a recurring mindset issue, or is it a systemic issue? What's the
I think from my experience as a business consultant and from the businesses I have managed so far, I have come to realize most startups or existing businesses fail to have a proper structure. And there is no way you can make a headway in business if your structure is shaky. There is no way your business will make success if you don't have a good foundation. For example, you're trying to build a school or you're trying to build a house. Foundation is very, very essential to whatever project you're trying to bring up. Likewise in business. Whenever you're trying to build a business, ensure that you have a proper foundation in place. And you realize that many business owners just feel, I'm running a hobby, not a business. Meaning that, okay, my friend XYZ is into business, I also want to be in business. Failing to understand that if you're really going to be in business, you need a structure. And part of those structures is that the moment you have an idea and you're trying to bring that idea to reality, what is the first step you take? Ensure that you register. Registering is the first step to letting you know that I'm ready to do this business. But many business owners, you see someone running a business for 5-10 years and he's not even registered. And trust me, the moment you have this kind of mindset, that business will surely crumble one way or the other, because you're not ready. You're not taking the right steps at the right time. So I think one of the key aspects business owners need to realize is the moment you're going into business, ensure that you have a proper foundation which excels you to the next level. Understand your business as you are a problem solver as a business owner. What problem are you solving? That's one. Register your business with CAC, which gives you an idea that you're separating your personal life from your business. Then thirdly, have an account to separate your business from your individual person. Meaning that some businesses tend to have, my name is Abdulkadir Hamza, I have an account with First Bank and I'm providing XYZ services. And when a client is trying to pay me for my services, I will now give them my personal account, which is very bad for business. So how do you reconcile? So, but by the time you're able to identify this factor and you separate your personal life and your business, the moment any money comes into Aham Consult, it gives me a notion that this money is meant for the services I have provided to XYZ. But the moment the money comes to my personal account, how do I separate my salary, my personal spendings and all that? Is very, very difficult. So most businesses tend to fail in that aspect because they don't understand how to make a strong or capable foundation in order to excel their businesses.
So what then would be your biggest piece of advice to startups, to people starting up the businesses now?
Okay, I think for startups, one thing I keep telling people or business owners is your ability to start right. It goes a very, very long way. First, have the mindset. Second, believe in yourself and what you're putting yourself into. That is, have a workable idea that you feel will take you to the next level. Don't feel because my friends are doing business, I also want to run a business. No. The moment you have this mentality, this mindset, it doesn't give you that positive vibes of taking the business to the next level. But the moment you have a reason for going into a business, you have the idea, and you realize that after having the idea, what problem am I trying to solve? If you are able to understand that you're solving a problem, it gives you an upper edge to know the reason why you're in business. So every business or upcoming business owners should understand that having the idea is the first step, bringing it to reality is the second step, and being able to have a strong foundation or a structure to make it workable is the next step. And the ability to also know that try to create a business that is workable, whereby with or without your presence, the business should work. Meaning that I have a lot of business owners that will tell me, Abdul, I'm the customer service, I'm the accountant, I'm the production manager, I'm the this, I'm the that. But the good part of it is you're trying to become a multitasker in business. And I advise every startup should ensure they pass through that process of understanding the A to Z of their businesses, because it gives them a bigger picture of what the business entails. You realize that the current kind of business owners we have in Nigeria, somebody just got into business, she has the funding or he has the funding, he got into business, he doesn't have in-depth knowledge of the business, one, and because I have the money, I will do all the employments. I bring in the production manager, the delivery agents, the customer service, the accountant, and all that. And you realize you don't have an in-depth knowledge of these departments, and you have people already working for you. How do you control them? How do you even know what they are doing if you don't have an in-depth knowledge? So mostly I advise small upcoming business owners to pass through that process of becoming everything in the business first. At least you can do that within a quarter, within 6 months, you can have an in-depth knowledge of what you're selling out.
Yes.
Then as the business grows, you can now decide to bring in other people to come and help you handle other departments. Meaning that if you're very good in customer service and you're now transferring your customer service management to an external staff, you have been there. So you have a knowledge of what customer service is all about. Nobody will come and tell you any story, meaning that you have passed through that process. So we always advise business owners to ensure that understand each and every department of your business and make sure that you have passed through the process and have a workable plan that will be able to take your business to the next level with or without your presence. Meaning that have a structure, have a proper record keeping system where at the end of the day, you have someone that sends you a report of what came in and what left. You have an inventory system that checkmates how much you have sold and how much is remaining in stock and all that. So it gives you an upper head so that you get to understand more about your business and how to make it sellable.
And that reduces the risk of
It reduces the risk of failure. Yes. Exactly, because you have a better understanding of what you're selling and you have a structure in place, and you even understand your target audience. Target audience is one key aspect whereby many business owners fail to understand, who am I selling to? So, but the first step of business after bringing up a product, the next question is, who is going to buy this product? Who am I selling these products to? So, understanding your target audience is very, very necessary. You tend to see some business owners saying, I sell to everybody. Everybody is my customer. I have a very big question mark to that. Because the moment you say you're selling to everybody, you're not selling anything. But the moment you have a target audience, these are the exact people I'm selling to. Is it the medium class, the upper class, or the lower class? These are methods to which you can identify your target audience. Or are you selling to only female? And even in the female, what class of female gender are you selling to? Are you selling to the upper class, to the lower class? This will determine how your pricing is going to look like. Imagine you selling a product worth 200,000 and you're stationed in Kao axis, for example, meaning whereby the people there, the population there are either middle class and lower class. And you tend to say, no sales, nobody is buying my products. But positioning is very, very key in business. So long as you have this kind of products that are elites or premium, you should position yourself where your target audience are mostly domiciled. So don't take a product that is very expensive to a place whereby they can't afford it. So through that kind of process, you can only work with online marketing. Meaning that you sell your products online, people can see it and they can place an order and you can deliver to them. If not that, positioning is one key aspect many businesses need to understand. And target audience is one aspect that many businesses fail to understand now. So for the upcoming startups, I would advise that you have a clear picture of who your target audience are and how you sell to them and how much structure you're going to put in place for your business to be workable.
So you mentioned getting to know your business very well. And then you also mentioned positioning and knowing the target market.
Yes.
But earlier you mentioned that when you were working with Aham Consult, one of the methods that you aimed for was referral.
True.
So what marketing strategies do you advise for startups? Should they go with the referral or?
You see, when it comes to marketing, for mostly the upcoming startups tend to have a key problem with funding, whereby they don't have enough funds to advertise or to run their services. Referral is one of the best instruments you're going to use in marketing because the customer is indirectly working for you.
Yes.
So in as much as any customer that comes your way, give them the best. Go out of your way to serve them right. Yes. Go out of your way to make sure that those products you're giving to them are of high quality, and the method of communication between you and the customer should be top notch. Yes. There shouldn't be any room for laxity. There shouldn't be room whereby the customer feels irritated or feels discomfort or feels unwanted. The moment you make the customer feels such, he tends to take his money to the next competitor. Yes. But by the time you're able to make the customer, make him feel at home, make him feel at ease, and ensure that your product speaks for itself, that's where the value proposition comes in. The value you're giving out should always speak for itself. So when you have such in place, you realize that if an external customer is asking maybe a customer friend that, please, where can I get XYZ product? The first person that comes to the customer's mind is you, because you have your services is top notch, your quality is there, your communication skill is there, your presentation skill is there. You always get referrals through that medium. And mind you, if you are one business owner that feels, I have the money, I have everything it takes, and I'm arrogant, and I have pride and ego, trust me, referrals would never work for you. In as much as you have qualitative products, a first-hand customer comes and buys from you. I'm assuring you that with the level of negative vibes you give to that customer, there's 101 possibility that the customer would never come back, no matter how much qualitative your item is.
Yes.
And secondly, anytime a customer or somebody speaks about your brand, the customer will be the first person to speak about the negative experience they've had about your services. So now it goes faster. That means the negative comment moves faster than the positive comments.
Yes.
So when it comes to referrals, we realize that if you service one customer perfectly well, you realize through that medium you have gotten him as a customer. His friends are likely to come to you to purchase. His family are likely to come to you to purchase. So So without even going outside to sell your product,
Yes.
you're already getting over 20, 30 customers
Yes.
that are going to call you that, okay, my name is XYZ.
Yes.
I got your number from a friend or from my cousin who has referred your services and has given good recommendations in respect to how you sell your products. Please, where can I get you? So indirectly, you don't need to go stress yourself in marketing, but the way you have positioned yourself, your product, your customers, it has given you an upper head,
Yes.
whereby people come to you because of the referrals they've gotten. So I think for the startups, for the upcoming startups, they should have that power of referrals. They shouldn't joke with it,
Yes.
and ensure that you have a pure record of your customers.
Yes.
You realize somebody comes to you, he buys and he leaves. You feel that's all. There's a way you can always have the contact of that customer. Give a follow-up call. Maybe after a day or two, give them a call. How was the product? Hope you enjoyed it. Oh yes, I enjoyed it. It's perfect. You give them, appreciate them for the patronage and hoping to see them again.
Yes.
So the moment you have all these skills in you, it gives you an upper head because the customer feels important. The customer feels he has been treated like a king or like a queen. So now, why do I have to go to a competitor when I already have peace of mind with the XYZ product?
Yes.
So trust me, if you have such kind of skills, it takes you and your business to the next level.
Yeah, so business owners need to be welcoming to their customers, not just on the surface, but
Exactly. You need to be welcoming to your customers, and I don't blame the business owners because most of them lack training. You realize that somebody just finished university, he or she is done with university, she has never worked, she doesn't have experience, she's not even a follower. She has never followed somebody or has never worked under somebody. She's a CEO. So that power of CEO makes them feel so powerful that they can do and undo.
Yes.
But when it comes to business, you need to be humble. You need to be humble in the sense that you have to understand that I'm in business and I'm selling a solution.
Yes.
So I have to ensure that anybody that comes my way, I give them the best of myself, the best of my products so that they can always come back. So as I was saying, you need to have a proper record system that gives you an idea of how many customers you have managed in a week, whereby at the end of the week, you should be able to tell me that I was able to service or sell my XYZ product to 20 customers.
Okay.
And I'll ask you, where's the record? And you have the record, you have their phone numbers. So the essence why you have all this is to help you do a follow-up, to ensure that they enjoyed your services, and you can timely call them, check upon them, ensure that they are doing fine. It keeps reminding them that, okay, you're still in existence. So don't just get one customer, sell from them, and you think that's all.
Disappear.
You should have a way of always keeping in touch.
Yes.
Like now that we have WhatsApp status, if you have a business line that you sell your products on mostly, you advise your customers, please sir, thank you for the patronage. Can we have your number? You save the customer's number. You ask the customer to kindly save your number as well. So that whenever you make a post on your WhatsApp status, it rings a bell to the customer that, okay, these people are still in existence. So imagine you not having that customer's number and the customer has left your office. How do they come back? You understand? So there are a lot of strategies startups need to put in place without even going extra mile of spending a lot of money in terms of marketing. So when you put these kind of strategies in place, it gives you an upper head of that your competitors, meaning that your competitors are busy trying to see how they can cope with customers while you're already putting a lot of strategies that will take your business to the next level.
Thank you, Mr. Abdulkadir. Where can we find you and what you do online?
I'm on Instagram as Aham_Consult, and we also have a website, www.ahamconsult.ng.
Okay.
It's a website whereby you can check and see the kind of services we provide, the kind of subscriptions we have, and whatever kind of problem you have, you can always input it on the website and you get a business coach that is going to put you through.
Thank you, Mr. Abdulkadir Hamza, for being on Success Diaries.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. I sincerely appreciate it.
I really learned a lot from you, and I'm sure our viewers too have learned a lot.
Thank you very much.